In this segment, Stephanie Miller is joined by Bob Sessa. Together, the two talk Ron DeSantis and his curious and so far struggling campaign to convince voters that he's the right person to be president. Here's Stephanie.
Ron DeSantis, is this the guy this was the guy, we were going to vote for this guy. And
he's just such a nasty little, like, did you see yesterday he talked about putting a prison next to Disneyland because he's just a vindictive little, it's a small man after all.
Disney
it's
World.
a small man. Yes. See, I made that up right now.
Yes, that was good. That was
funny.
Good.
Yeah.
That was,
He is a small man.
That's very funny.
Small vindictive
and Buzz had that same. Buzz did a top 10 or a top 5 list on the podcast yesterday, and I think his number one was "It's a small man after all," or something like that.
I haven't heard that today. That's today's bike ride podcast. I haven't heard it yet. Oh, Buzz, great minds.
Well, great minds. You know how that works.
Yeah, but he's just, first of all, he's a terrible governor. Yeah. It's not just that, first of all, he's on a book tour while, Fort Lauderdale's underwater. I've read some story in USA Today yesterday about the insurance, stuff. I mean, it's just, people are moving out of Florida by the droves because of the, home insurance policy mess.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the police state is driving people out of Florida.
Oh, that too, but yeah.
That's starting now. Or actually, you know what? That's been going on for some time now. Honest to God, Florida has been slowly devolving into a police state over maybe the last 20 years. And I mean, my favorite band, Rush, the guitar player for Rush, Alex Lifeson, had a whole run-in with Florida police officers years ago. And from that point on, they were really hesitant to perform in Florida at all because of the police state in Florida. And it just seems to be getting worse. And the worst thing about it is Ron DeSantis actually thinks that he can somehow defeat this empire that has been around for, nearly 100 years. Disney has been around, right, Chris? I'm not sure exactly when.
They're celebrating their 100th year as a company this year, yes.
Hey, there you go.
Thank you for calling Ask the Disney Homo. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. They know how to operate an empire like that. And Ron DeSantis going up against them is a real losing proposition for Ron DeSantis. He's not going to come out well with it. I mean, even people who are MAGA faithful, Trump supporters and so on, they still like going to Disney World. I mean, they don't admit it as much as they used to, but they still go. Sure.
Yeah, and Chris Christie brought up, like, it's not conservative. That's, they're supposed to be the pro-business party. It's like, none of it makes sense.
Right,
anyway,
right. Well,
let's talk about
obvious.
Fox. I have to get your take. I always think, what did Bob think about this? About the Dominion settlement?
From Fox News required in any sort of settlement or judgment in court, where Fox News would have to do an hour-long special where they would lay it all out documentary style. Here's where we lied. Here's who lied. Here's the sources that we went with that were also telling us lies.
Yeah.
And here was our motivation behind all of it. This is why we perpetuated this ridiculousness about the Stop the Steal, Dominion voting systems and Smartmatic and all the rest of it. And that's not going to happen. In fact, they're not even required to apologize, which is not good, because, the real key here was to get the truth out to not us who know the truth, but the Fox News viewers, to pummel them. To pummel their genitals.
Look at Tucker Carlson. I mean, they lied about, the big lie about the election, which was one of the big causes of January 6th. Then they lied about January 6th. I mean, it's it's nothing has stopped. Tucker Carlson, was it 2 nights ago, Travis? We were talking to Malcolm about it today, doing absolute Russian propaganda, being duped by Russian propaganda, reading it verbatim on Fox News about Ukraine. Go ahead.
Right. Well, and the thing is, in the depositions, they've already admitted to lying. Rupert Murdoch admitted to lying. That's all on the record. Tucker Carlson, with their text messages, emails, it's all there. We've got all the information we wanted out of this particular lawsuit. Yeah. So it's on the record, and we can access it. We can use it in the water cooler wars at work or, on Twitter.